Baby, we are always reading and learning from the good book. The Girl Fuck You book. If you are watching me right now and you do not have a Girl Fuck You book and you want to know where to get one, it's real simple. Now, if you know how to work your phone, bitch, if you know how to play online bingo, you know how to go to Amazon and type in Girl Fuck You. All you got to do is go to Amazon and type in Girl Fuck You, not Girl F You. The book is not called Girl F You. It's called Girl Fuck You. Right? Spell the whole word out. You can go to Amazon right now and type in the Girl Fuck You book, and it will bring you directly to my book by Coach Misty. Girl Fuck You is a self-empowerment workbook. If you don't know how to do that or you just lazy, it's okay, Bookie Butt. You can go ahead and text the number on the screen. Text the number on the screen. Text GFU to that number on the screen. Okay. And I will go ahead and send you the information. So, as y'all know, every Friday I teach a free masterclass about letting go of the old you. Now, I have two different programs. Before I get started, let me make it because I'm like, damn, this bitch do a lot. No, ho, you don't do enough. I have two different paths to greatness, but we still gonna get to greatness. The first path is going to be the highest self circle. Now, the highest self circle is for my good Christians. The highest self circle is for the women who speak in tongues. Okay, that's for them. The highest self circle. Thank you. The highest self circle is for my women who still go to tea time. Okay, listen, there's some bitches who like to wear all white. That's a highest self circle. And I approach, listen, it's still a path to greatness, but bitch, I approach it just a little gentler. It's more psychology involved, and they like to study. These are my doctors, my PhD people, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? These are my Sadiddy ones. The Sadiddy members, they are in the highest self circle, and that's okay. That's okay. But let me tell you something, huh? If you are over the age of 40 years old and you still a tomboy, if you over the age of 40 years old and your favorite fucking piece of clothing is a hoodie, huh? If you over the age of 40 years old, bitch, and you still wearing butter Tims. Yeah, if you over the age of 40 years old and you might have a pixie cut that looks something like this. If you over the age of 40 years old and you will still get out in the street and scrap with a bitch if need be, I'm here for you. Welcome to Girl Fuck You. We got the GFU troops. You understand me? Listen, I am introducing the GFU troops in the city near you. Listen, this is like Girl Scouts gone wild. You understand me? This is not a sorority. This is not a social thing. Listen, the butter Tims, yes, God, bitch. Okay, listen. And if you got black Tims, you probably need to be a leader in GFU. Now, I'm going to tell y'all about that a little later. So I got two paths to greatness. Either way, we going to create something new. You got the highest self circle, okay, okay, and then you got the Girl Fuck You troop. So listen, Girl F You troops, I'm going to start four troops in four major cities. Of course, one being Dallas. I'm going to talk about that a little later. Listen, do I have merch coming, bitch? We got whole outfits. We got patches. This is Girl Scouts meets, not the baddies, bitch. This is Girl Scouts meet the sixth grade you, bitch. This is Girl Scouts for bitches with money and long lashes. You understand me? Listen, we are going to work together. This is a sisterhood, not a sorority. We are a sisterhood. We are troops. We gonna go out. Listen, bitch, I'm gonna recruit you to be better, and then we gonna get together. We gonna work on stuff every month in person. We gonna work on stuff every month in person, right? We're gonna have troop meetings, and then we're going to exhibit whatever new shit we learn to our community. So we'll have community events once a month for people to come, recruitment events or have a good time. Okay. And then we're gonna recruit some other bad bitches. Huh? Then now we're not selling cookies. Bitch, we might end up selling bricks. Bitch, we ain't selling no cookies. Now, well, at least not the kind that come in a box. Anyway, I am getting off topic. Welcome in. We're not selling the kind that come in no box. Huh? So listen, if you listen to Lil Wayne, if you listen to Kirk Franklin and Lil Wayne in the same car ride, listen, Girl Fuck You might be for you. Girl F You might be for you. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. If your kids tell you, Mama, you cuss too much, you might want to come to Girl F You. Bitch, if you are militant, yet still a fucking lady, huh? If there's a tomboy somewhere inside you, I didn't say nothing about the studs. I just said if there's a tomboy somewhere still inside you, if you still will haul off and whoop his ass, you might want to come to the GFU troops. All right? I am looking to start troops, of course, in Dallas. Detroit, the Dirty D's. Dallas, Detroit. Okay, I'm Cleveland. I don't know about that. I'm from Cleveland. I don't know about that. But Dallas, Detroit, and now we're gonna talk about two other cities. But before we get ahead of ourselves, tapping is clapping, sharing is caring. I want you all to type GFU in the comments. Listen, type GFU, whether you join a troop or not. Bitch, if you show up every Friday, you part of GFU anyway. Listen, we been GFU around here, girl. Fuck you. Girl, fuck you. Welcome in. Now, every Friday, I always start with the reading from his word. Now, normally I ask y'all to pick a page, but I'm going to let God lead me to what we need to hear tonight. Tonight's class is called Fuck Your Inner Critic. That's why I said in the class, you are the biggest hater. You are the biggest hater. And I'm explaining myself. But tonight we are talking about fuck your inner critic. That is the class for tonight. We got to let this shit go. Let me tell you something. A lot of y'all feeling like bad bitches right now. A lot of y'all feeling like bad bitches because your income tax done dropped, and that's okay. Bitch, I've been there. Sometimes when you get some money, listen, especially if you weren't expecting the money, shout out to everybody sharing my video. I'm hoping that tonight, before I lay my head down, that video have 1 million views. Thank y'all for sharing my video out. Listen, a lot of y'all feeling real bad right now. Y'all feeling sassy and classy at the same goddamn time. You understand me? Because maybe just for a moment, for a month, for a week, hopefully for a couple months, you can do things that you normally don't be able to do when you know what I'm saying, when you fucking do it. But let me tell you something. Listen, the feeling that you have right now, if that's how you feeling and it's okay, and when everybody wins some extra money, bitch, if you win on a scratch off, if you walk into the store and buy a $2 scratch off and end up winning $500, you feel like a bad bitch right then and there. Can't nobody tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? You be like, bitch, I'm lucky. I got some money. It's Friday. Fuck them kids. Okay, I'm getting too far. I want you to be able to hold that feeling all the time. You understand me? And the only reason why you can't hold that feeling, you're like, well, Coach Misty, I'm not going to win $500 on a scratch off every day. I'm not going to wake up and have 8, 9, 10, 12,000. I don't know who did your taxes, bitch. I'm not going to wake up and have, 10,000 plus dollars in my account at one time every day. Or you feel like you can't do that. So how can I maintain that feeling every day? What I'm trying to say is that feeling that you have when you have money is truly who the fuck you are. Did you know that? The person who you are when your money is up is who the fuck you were supposed to be anyway. Come on, somebody. The person you are when your money is up is the bitch you were supposed to be anyway. The person that be moping around the house when they broke, that's not who you are. That's not who you are. No, no. The mother, listen, they tell you you ever heard somebody say, oh, she got some money, she changed? No, you didn't. You just now you have permission to be who the fuck you want to be. Let me go ahead. I'm getting too far with it. I'm going too far. I'm going too far. I'm going too far. Let's go ahead and read. Let me blow on the book. And if you wonder what I'm reading from, this is the book I wrote, Coach Misty, Girl Fuck You, available on Amazon. If you need the link, text GFU to that number. Listen, I am going to read from, listen, we're going to read from Girl Fuck You, Chapter 7. Thank you. Thank you for sending me a gift. I'm going to say this. Thank you for sending me a gift. Thank you. We was just talking about that the other night. You just purchased the book? All right, Fred. Thank you for sending me a motherfucking gift. A lot of bitches don't send me shit no more. A lot of bitches don't send me shit no more. They come in here and they get this good information, but they don't show gratitude. And I tell hoes, listen, the attitude of gratitude will get you a long way. I appreciate that. I really do. Cause bitches, now when I was 400 pounds and playing with fucking wigs and different glasses, y'all used to send shit all the time. But now I guess cause bitch, my teeth straight, holding out some veneers. Now y'all don't send gifts no more, but I appreciate you. You see what I'm saying? Listen, I appreciate you as if a person has sent me 100 of them. I appreciate you because you wasn't prompted to do it. You put it on your heart to do it. And bitch, you are a winner for that. You hear me? Mirror, mirror, mirror. We're going to read from, if you have the book, pull out your book, y'all. Welcome in. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and calm down and get a reading of his word. We are on page 10. Well, we're going to start on chapter 7. I'm going to read from page 113. This is chapter 7. Girl, fuck your apologies. We're going to read lesson number 4, the survival script of I'm sorry. Okay, the survival script of I'm sorry. Listen. Come on in. And bitch, if it touch you when it hit you, say something. Remember, sharing is caring. I want y'all to all share this out with 3 hoes you know. Thank you. Share this shit with three hoes you know. Share this live out with three hoes you know right now. Hmm? And please, please, please do not come in my lifetime about why you gotta call me a hoe. Why you gotta call me a bitch. Girl, fuck you. The class is girl, fuck you. Go ahead. Scroll on, hoe. Scroll on, bitch. Stay blessed. Say less. Get the fuck on. Good day, good luck on your journey. All right, y'all, let's get into it. And here we go. If you grew up in chaos, I'm sorry becomes more than just a phrase. It becomes a survival script, a reflex, a shield, a spiritual seatbelt to keep you from flying through the windshield of someone else's emotional crash. I learned to say sorry as a child before I ever learned what the word meant. I said, I'm sorry when adults yelled, even though I didn't know what I had done wrong. I said, I'm sorry when I cried, when I broke something, when I needed attention. I said, I'm sorry. I just said, I'm sorry just for being, because somewhere in the dysfunction, I learned that my presence came with a price. Yeah, bitch, I'm not just good at taxes and credit, ho. I'm an author. Bitch, I'm an author. Okay, I'm a writer. Let's get back into it. And I want you to know that I'm sorry that energy followed you into adulthood. I apologize to teachers who misunderstood me. I apologize to partners who didn't value me. I apologize to friends when I couldn't show up because I was in survival mode. You understand me? Even when they never showed up for me. And let's be clear, this what I'm talking about. This is not humility. This is hypervigilance. I was scanning rooms for shifts in tone, energy, and body language, ready to fix, to soften, to smooth things over with a sweet sorry before things exploded. Because sometimes the apology wasn't about being wrong, it was about avoiding rejection. You know what I realized? That constant apologizing was trauma playing dress up as politeness. I was trying to earn love, still trying to be chosen, still trying to prove I was good enough to be kept, loved, supported, and seen. But I wanted to tell you this, bitch, let it go. You do not owe the world a softened version of yourself in exchange for belonging. You do not have to apologize to be safe. You do not have to explain yourself to be respected. You don't have to prove your value to be loved. The healed version of you knows that safety doesn't come from perfection, it comes from alignment. I'm going to say this again. The healed version of you knows that safety doesn't come from perfection, it comes from alignment. She knows that I'm sorry is powerful when it's authentic and poisonous when it is compulsive. So let this be your reminder. You are not hard to love. You are not too much. You are not dramatic. You are not the problem because someone refuses to meet your needs. You are no longer the little girl trying to clean up messes she didn't make. So listen, with that being said, fuck saying I'm sorry. Say I'm here. What's up, buttercups? Welcome in, y'all. Welcome back to another Fuck You Friday masterclass. Today, we are talking about fuck your inner critic. You understand me? Like I said, you are your biggest hater. I'm gonna go ahead and explain that. One thing about me when I teach a masterclass, what I do is we do the I do, we do, you do. I tell y'all this all the time because I think sometimes I be like, damn, somebody really hired me to teach. I used to be a teacher. Like a whole teacher, like bitch in the classroom with kids, not a preschool teacher. Bitch, I was a math teacher. Okay, shout out if you would have wanted me to be your math teacher. I was a math teacher in junior high and then in elementary. I was a math teacher. All right. And one of the best things that I ever took, listen, from education is that I do, we do, you do. And I use this in all my master classes. I do mean that I'm going to teach you something, right? I'm going to model what I'm teaching you. I'm going to model for you. I'm going to teach you something, right? I'm going to put it on display. I'm going to break this shit down. And after I teach you something, we're going to test for comprehension together. We're going to work together to make sure you understand what the fuck I just said. And then number three is a you do. So then I'm going to give you something to work on so that you can implement this into your daily life. Okay. It's the I do, we do, you do. So any masterclass I teach, just know that's what I'm teaching from. You know what? Before I get started with the class, I said to myself, I said, it's not like I ain't got a whole bunch of shit to do because I do, but I do miss teaching. I do. I mean, I teach y'all. I do miss being in the classroom because kids are funny as shit. And somebody asked me, it was like, if you had an opportunity, would you ever go back to teaching? And I was like, unless I could curse, no. Now, did I curse in the classroom? Yes. Okay. Did I tell them my kids to show ass down? Absolutely. Um, I always kept, when I was a teacher, I always kept two jobs just in case they let my ass go. I always kept two jobs when I was a teacher, bitch. I always had a backup because I was wild. But I was like, if I'm able to tell somebody to sit your ass down, sit down, okay? Then yes, I would definitely. I would teach once a week. Okay, just real quick. I want y'all to be honest. How many of y'all would want me to teach y'all kids? How many of y'all would want me to teach y'all kids? Hmm. Okay, I don't see no hands going up. Nobody? That's fine, bitch. Don't worry about it. I'll pull up a poll later. Don't. Hmm? Let me tell you something, baby. Them kids love me. I talk to them kids absolutely fucking crazy, and they love me because they know I love them. You hear me? They know I love them. Okay, I'm gonna make sure you okay. Sit your ass down. Shut up. Hmm? Baby, them kids loved my ass, okay? Shout out to them. All the last group of kids I taught, they actually have graduated from high school now. That's crazy. The last time I was a teacher was in 20, the last year I taught school was 2014, 2015 school year. So those kids were in fifth grade. So they have all graduated high school and hopefully damn near graduated college. Now I'm old as fuck. But anyway, let's talk about it. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So, first of all, the title of my live says, "What you are the biggest hater." And some of y'all probably came in here to see what the fuck I was talking about. Some of y'all might be a little upset, and I want you to be upset. Bitch, good. Stay mad. Because I'm not talking about you hating on other people. I'm not worried about you hating on other people, and I don't worry about people hating on me. I'm talking about how you talk to yourself. That's what I'm talking about. How you talk to yourself. Now, before we get started with this class, I want to ask you something. When you mess up, listen, I want you to reflect. When you fuck up, who is the first person to jump on you? When you mess up, who is the first person to jump on you? Who is it? Tell me. When you mess up, who is the first person to jump on you when you mess up? Is it your husband? Is it your kids? Is it your boss? Who is the first person to put you down? That's right, Regina. Ding, ding, chicken wing. It's yourself. Thank you so much. You are the first person. When you fuck up, you are the first person to jump on you. Let me ask you a different question. When you gain weight, who is the loudest person in the room when you gain weight? Who is the loudest person in the room? Who brings up your weight gain the most? Hmm? Huh? Is it your mama? Is it your best friend? No, it's you. It's you. Somebody be like, girl, I like that outfit. You be like, girl, for real? I didn't gain 20 pounds. I didn't know it was going to fit. Bitch, all you got to do is say thank you. It's you. When you gain weight, you are the loudest. One more thing. When you try something new, when you get ready to try something new, a lot of y'all want to start a business. Y'all may want to start a new workout journey. You got a little extra money. You have more disposable income and you want to try something new. So my question is, when you try something new, who starts listing reasons why it won't work? Who is the first person to list reasons why this shit won't work? You say, I want to start a business. I want to quit my job. I didn't got this money from IRS. I can do this. Who is the first person to start listing reasons why it won't work? Absolutely, boys and girls. Ho, it is you. Now, like I said, it's not your mama, it's not your ex, it's not your coworker, it is you. So if it is you and you know it is you, I want you to type "it's me" in the comments. I want you to type "it's me." I want you to type "it's me" like the second Sunday and your aunt just came up and said, "It's me, it's me, it's me, oh Lord. Standing in the need of prayer." My aunt used to sing that song in church. It's me, it's me, it's me, oh Lord. Standing in the need of prayer. Y'all know that song if you was raised up, right? It's me. Type "it's me" in the comments. And I'm going to agree with you. Yeah, it is you. It used to be me too. Yeah. And tonight we are not doing affirmations. Let me tell you one thing, bitch. I'm not doing the affirmation with you. This is not affirmation class. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you to have all these affirmations up and whoop-de-doo and blah, blah, blah. Absolutely not. We are doing demolition work tonight. I want you to get your hard hat out, get your wheat Timbs on. I wish my Timberlands was here. My Timberlands are in my storage unit. Baby, I wish my Timbs was here. Because the way we will put our Timbs on tonight. Put your hard hat on, put your Timbs on, because we doing demolition. Now listen, TikTok, we have a flash goal. If you love me like I love you back, I need 40 people to send that flash goal so we can go ahead and let TikTok know that we own to something today. We need 40 people to send one of those. All right, y'all. We're going to expose this thing today. Huh? We're going to expose this thing today. What did Marcus Houston say? I can't sing it because my voice, baby, da, 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 let's get naked. We're about to get naked on. We're about to expose something right now. I'm going to say a sentence. Okay? We are play a game real quick. I'm going to say a sentence. If you heard this in your own head, I want you to type, yup. I'm going to say a sentence. If you have heard this sentence in your own head, I want you to say, yup. Okay? You ready? Number one, you should have been more by now. You should have done more by now. If you have said this to you, put yup in the comments. You should have did more by now. Huh? Hmm? Or let's try this. You behind. Or my favorite, you too old for that shit. You too old for that. Or you're too much. You're doing too much. You are too much. Huh? I want you to put yup in the comments if you have heard this in your own head. Huh? You're too much. Or my favorite, you're not enough. You're not enough. Oh no, you want to apply for that job? You're not ready for that. Mm-mm. No, you're not enough. No, no. That person you want to date, that man you want to approach, he really out your league. You're not enough. Or what is this one? You're embarrassing us. You're embarrassing right now. Huh? You're embarrassing right now. You said that to you. Y'all listen, y'all fingers should have fell off by now. Everybody should be like, yup, 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 yup. Or how about don't post that? You be in your phone, you in your zone, you like, I'm gonna get on social media. I'm gonna become a content creator this year. I don't give a damn if I'm 50. I'm gonna do this thing. I've spent too much time on TikTok not to get paid. I'm gonna be a TikTok affiliate. And you get ready, you make a video on that iPhone 6 you got, and you be like, I'm gonna post it, and then you stop. You say, don't post that. Huh? Yup. We still saying yup. Okay. Or what about don't speak up? Just fall back on that one. Don't speak up. Pipe down. Or hey, we ain't gonna try that again. Absolutely not. Don't try that again. Yeah, I want y'all to understand. It's yup, 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 yup. Now, I want you to tell me, I want somebody to convince me that that is not being a hater. I want you now to convince me that you're not a hater. If you want to convince me that you're not a hater, you are more than welcome to join my live. Go ahead and come on my live. Convince me that you are not a hater. Huh? That you are not a hater. Right? Listen, I want to say this. If you would never talk to your best friend like that, why do you do it to yourself? Huh? Why is it that the things that we say to ourselves, we wouldn't say to anybody else, but we dragged us through the mud? Why do we refrain from telling people, girl, that outfit is ugly? Well, maybe y'all do. I don't. Why do we refrain from telling people, well, how we really feel? Why do we protect other people's feelings and we don't protect our own? Huh? Hmm? You know why? Your inner critic is winning. You know why? Because listen, the real thing is the inner critic has taken over, right? But tonight we saying fuck it. We saying fuck the inner critic. I'm taking my voice back. Let's get it. Let's go. Welcome to your masterclass. Now, let's talk about where this came from. So now we all know that we are haters and we are the biggest haters of ourselves. Let's talk about where it came from. Okay. So number one, we gonna all be adults today. Listen, let's be adults. You are not born hating yourself. Let me say that line. Nobody on this live, okay, keep sweat style. Nobody was born hating themselves. Huh? You learn that shit. You were not born hating yourself. You did not come out the womb and say, oh, you know what? I'm just not who I'm supposed to be. Absolutely not. You are not born hating yourself. You learn that. I know if anybody watching me on YouTube, they probably like, what the fuck is happening here? What is she doing? Shut up. I'm working on something. There we go. We're gonna do it like that because I don't like the other way. You listen, you are not born hating yourself. You learned it. And some of you all have internalized it because a parent who was never satisfied. Now, nobody, listen, it may not have been somebody who came and told you, girl, you shouldn't, like you really ain't nothing. I don't think it's very few of us who grew up in a household where people actually told us we wasn't shit. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Because I know when I got pregnant with my first baby, I went from being the golden child to you ain't shit and all kind of other stuff. So I don't know. But I don't believe that none of us grew up as little children hearing that we wasn't this and we wasn't that and we were never going to be nothing and we was not going to make it and you ain't going to be nothing with your life. I don't believe that because even, listen, even if you did not get it, even if you didn't get the support at home, you got it at school. Even if you didn't get the support at home, somebody was encouraged you somewhere. So if you didn't get the encouragement at home, 9 times out of 10, you got it when you went to school. Y'all, we did not, we still had our flash go. What are we doing? What are, we still got our flash go, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Right? So some of this is internalized, right? Maybe by a parent who was never satisfied or a teacher who embarrassed you. So there's certain scenarios that happen in our life that made us feel small and instead of overcoming it, as a child, we kept it and it grew on us. You understand me? Listen, or maybe a church that shamed you, right? Maybe you went to a church that shamed you, or you had a relationship that minimized you. These type of scenarios will cause you to internalize this inner critic. And unless you come up with a game plan, listen, unless you have somebody pour into you, and I think the older you get, the harder it is to have people pour into you because everybody figure you should have your shit together, right? So when you 50 years old, you really don't find a group of women at 50 pouring into each other consistently, right? You will find women who might pray for each other. We might hang out, we might go eat. I might listen to you, you listen to me. But as far as like pouring into somebody, like, baby, you got this, you good. You know what I'm saying? You don't find too many people. The older you get, people stop pouring into you. They figure out they either you appear to have it all together, so they don't think you need that, or you have grown to the point to where your inner critic has linked up with some other inner critics and now y'all just trauma bonding. So you can't pour into her, she can't pour into you because they neither one of y'all got shit to offer each other because you ain't got nothing to offer yourself, right? So listen, and this is why I created things like the highest self circle and the girl fu troops, because I'm here to pour into you. You understand me? I may not listen, I may not be we may be the same age, but I could still love on you. Some of y'all need to be mothered. Some of y'all need to be mothered. I could still listen, I'm still a mother at the end of the day. Huh? I'm still a mother at the end of the day. You understand me? Listen, you my daughter and I could be yours too. Some of us need to be mothered. Some of us didn't have that. You understand me? And we just kind of figure shit out. Some of us didn't have a mother who loved us or who didn't care for us. Our mother provided, but she didn't show us love. And we had to search for love outside the house with somebody's son. And if we linked it with somebody's son who was young and he didn't have a daddy in the house, he didn't know how to be a man. And now we just out here hunching, huh? We out here hunching, okay, and getting an emotional bond and don't nobody know how to treat each other. You understand what I'm saying? And so certain things we take on certain roles, or maybe you had to be strong, maybe you had to be the strong one. And you continue to be strong, so you never had nobody love on you, you never had nobody pour into you, and you consistently pour into everybody else because this is what you don't want your kids to go through. You say, my mother never told me I could be whatever I wanted to be, so I consistently pour into my children so they don't have to experience that, right? But nobody's pouring into you, but I'm here. Huh? I'm here. Listen, you can be the cup and I'm the pitcher. I'm here to pour into you. You understand me? Listen, if you ready, listen, I said I'm the pitcher and you the cup because I want to be able to pour into you to the point to where you are able to enlarge your container, right? The container where you hold hold this positivity and you how you feel good about yourself is able to enlarge. You understand me? And listen, if I pour into you enough and you expand mentally, financially, maybe hell, physically, emotionally, you then too will become a pitcher and you can pour into somebody else. Bitch, if I in the class right here, I'm done. Baby, if I wanted to end the class right here, ho, I'm done. Thank you and good night. If I end the class right here, I have said what I want to say. Listen, I want to say this to say that. Listen, when you went through these things as a child or as a young adult or a young woman, what happens is that parent who was never satisfied with you, that teacher who embarrassed you, that church that shamed you, that relationship that minimized you, you took their tone and you made it your own. Huh? I'm gonna say that again. I like that one. You took their tone and you made it your own, and now it sounds like wisdom, but it's not wisdom. What you hear in your head is memory. And the thing is, you keep replaying it. I want you to say this. That voice I learned, you can say it or type it. Okay, you can say it or type it. That voice is learned. I want you to put that in there. That voice is learned. That thing that tell you that you can't be nothing, that you too old and you'll never have nothing. That voice is learned. I told y'all, listen, I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to manipulate you in an amazing way. I'm here to manipulate your mind into believing that you can be whatever you want to be. Come on, that voice is learned. Huh? That voice is learned. And what did we say, boys and girls? If we can learn something, we can unlearn it. Come on, somebody. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move on. That voice is learned. Come on, evolving lane. That voice is learned. Now, let me tell you what your inner critic has cost you. Okay? Listen, let me tell you what your inner critic has cost you. Your inner critic has cost you money, visibility, leadership, love, rest, and peace. I'm going to say this again. Your inner critic has cost you money, visibility, leadership, love, rest, and peace. Because every time you want to level up, that voice inside you says, who do you think you are? Huh? Who do you think you are? Every time you want to apply for a promotion at work, you know that job frontwards and backwards. You didn't train the last two managers that you had, and you still in the same spot. That voice says, who do you think you are? Every time you get some extra money, you say, I'm gonna start a business this year. I'm gonna start a business. I'm gonna build generational wealth. So what if I'm 55 years old? I'm gonna do something for myself. That voice says, who do you think you are? And you know what you do? You shrink. You shrink. You shrink. See, society has us thinking that the reason we feel the way we are is because people hating on us. Well, let me say this. Our culture, not society, our culture as Black women, we believe in the hater ideology. Like, oh, somebody, they got to be hating on me. Why people hating on? Ain't nobody hating on you. Ho, you ain't even got no friends. Who is there to hate on you? You don't even have no friends. You don't even talk to nobody. How are people hating on you when that nobody even talks to you? You don't need haters because you have a built-in regulator. You hear me? You don't need haters. It don't matter what she said about you at work. You hating on yourself before she could even speak on you. And that built-in regulator, it regulates you right back to average. Huh? When you want to be great. Huh? See, a lot of times, Black women, we only put our cape on to save somebody else, but never to save ourselves. So listen, when it comes time to save ourselves, that cape ain't flailing in the wind no more. We were taught how to be saviors. Huh? We were taught how to be saviors. We weren't taught how to be sweet. We were taught how to be saviors. And we run in and save everybody else. And that's when we have our moments of greatness. And 9 times out of 10, the people that we save can't save us if something was going on. And that's how you end up weary and tired and unsure of yourself and just going through life day by day because you don't know what else to do. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, somebody. Y'all not ready for this. I want you to know that that voice inside of you, that inner critic, it does not want you to win. It wants you to stay familiar. Huh? It wants you, girl, forget the flash goal. Listen, every time we had this flash goal, nobody does it. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about the flash goal. We're not gonna worry about it because it ain't gonna do nothing but piss me off. You understand me? From what I could tell, I'm in a room with a bunch of haters any damn way. So I wasn't expecting them to hit the goal no how. Huh? Listen, I can't ask people to help me hit a goal who ain't hitting their own fucking goals. That was prolific. And you can get mad if you want to. I don't care. That's real shit. That was just mind blowing for me. How can I keep asking people to help me hit a goal who don't hit their own fucking goals? So I'm not even mad about the flash goal shit no more. I'm not even gonna bring it up. I'm not even gonna bring it up because how can I help? You can't help yourself. You ain't helping yourself. So how you gonna help me? So that makes sense. Listen, that that makes sense. I just saw that Scooby Doo mystery. There we have it. Now here's the deal, y'all. We're going to what we're gonna do is we're gonna shift. Huh? We're gonna shift from something, right? What did we say before? You are not that voice. That voice is learned. You are not that voice. That voice has to go. So let's go ahead and separate something right now. First of all, you are not the critic. You as a person, evolving lane, Regina, who is that? On Ford, you yourself are not the critic. You are the one hearing it. Remember, that voice inside of you is not you coaching you. It's your memories trying to stay familiar. It's your memories staying strong. These memories don't want to leave. You understand me? These memories want to hold on tight, because if you let go of these memories, where will they live? Where will they live? If you let go of them, where are they going? So they hold on to you. So that voice that you hear, that is not you. That is the critic. And here's the deal. If you can hear it, then you are not it. You understand me? If you can hear it, if you hear something else talking to you, how can that be you? Did you clone yourself? So if you can hear it, then you are not it. I want you to type in the comments, I am not that voice. Type in the comments, I am not that voice. You understand what I'm saying? If you can hear it, I'm not talking about you speaking something out your mouth. If you, in your thoughts, in your mind, Heather Headley, in my mind, if I can hear it, then that's not me. That's something else, right? If I can hear it, then I am not it. I am not that voice. Put that in the comments, everybody. I am not that voice. I am not that voice. See, listen, this is what I'm talking right now. This is like letting your 14-year-old self run your business, huh? Huh? What you be doing when your inner critic, when you let your inner critic take control, it's like letting your 14-year-old self run your business. When your inner critic starts, how many of y'all got grandkids? Hopefully y'all ain't got no little kids under 10, because it seems like it's an older crowd in here tonight. How many of y'all got grandkids? Huh? Listen, when you go to do something and you let your inner critic talk you out of it, you might as well hand your wallet to your 7-year-old granddaughter and tell her to pay the bills. Huh? Listen, yeah, you might as well give your keys to your 10-year-old grandson and tell him to run to the store, because that's the same. This is the same logic. When you let your inner critic talk you out of something, again, that's not you. That's your memories. That is things that you learned when you were younger and it stuck with you. That is things that people put on you and you didn't have enough, you didn't know enough to put it to take it off yourself. Your grandmother told you to stick with one man. Don't be around here messing around. You get a husband, love on him no matter what he do. You took it as wisdom. That was her pain. That was her inner critic. Huh? That was her inner critic trying to teach you something, and your inner critic picked up on it. And now every time your husband do something crazy or get on your nerves and you think about leaving, you hear your grandmother say, oh girl, if you lucky enough to get a husband and pay the bills, you better hold on tight. That's your inner critic. No, Cardinal, please. That's your inner critic. Listen, Cardinal, we will go outside and box tonight. That is your inner critic telling you, if you are in a situation that does not serve you, and you hear your grandmother's voice in your head saying, don't let that man go no matter what he do. Listen, that's your husband. You honor that. The Bible says that's your inner critic. That's not wisdom. That is pain. That is generational pain. You understand me? You have 1,000 other memories of your grandmother. Let that not be one of them. Okay, like I said. So when your inner critic comes into the party, this is like letting your 14-year-old self run your business, right? And of course, everything feels scary. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you start to overthink. And of course, you hesitate because you are not operating out of the 40-year-old person who has went to college and did some things and accomplished. You are not operating out of the teenage mother who became a millionaire, a self-made millionaire. You are not operating out of the person who worked her way up from being a receptionist to being a manager. You're not operating from that. You're operating from that 12-year-old who had to come inside the gate when the lights came on. You operating from that 7-year-old that got scolded at school. You understand me? And here's the deal. You know, people say, oh, you being childish. You ever been in a situation and you do something and people like, girl, that was childish. Or you like, oh my God, why did I do that? That was real childish of me. When you identify yourself as doing something childish, I want you to understand, let's stop looking at it in a negative light as being childish, as being petty. It's literally childish. You are literally acting from childhood fear. You are literally letting that little girl who does not feel safe, or that little boy who does not feel safe, take over. So that's why your actions go from being adult. That's why you go from being doing mature things to doing childish actions, because that child inside of you that was never protected is now acting out. You have listen, little Misty has came into play. You hear me? Sometimes when I'm talking to my husband, I talk to him and I want to talk to him about something. I talk like this. Hey, Cardinal, let me talk to you. Sometimes, things don't go the way we think it's gonna go. And then little Misty come out. Little Misty come out. Little Misty used to run the neighborhood. Huh? Little Misty used to run the neighborhood. Baby, little Misty can cuss with the best of them. Huh? Little Misty knew all the cuss words. Huh? Adult coach Misty. Hey, let me talk to you, this, that, and the other. Listen, when emotions, when you're unable to control them emotions, that little person come out. And little Misty don't play no games. And I ain't talking about 12-year-old Misty. I'm talking about 7, 8-year-old Misty. Baby, I wish I had a picture of me right now. I showed Cardinal a picture about a week ago. I was going through my phone and I came across some pictures of me when I was little. I looked like I was bad. Little Misty come out to play real fast. You understand me? And then it goes left. I'm no longer acting. I'm no longer talking out of maturity. I'm no longer coming to him with reason. I have reverted back to 1987 and I stayed with the shits. Little Misty has come out to play. Okay? They talking about like little Zenny Pooh. Look, yeah, Big Zen. Not little Misty, Big Zen that came to play. Big Zen. Okay? Big Zen and came to play. Absolutely. All right. So here's the deal. The thing is, when you allow these things to happen, when you allow your inner critic to have to come into play, you give authority to insecurity. Stop giving authority. Listen, you give authority to insecurity. You say you open up the door to insecurities. And once you open up the door to insecurities, no matter if it's financial insecurities, relationship insecurities, insecurities about your physical self. Once you open up the door to one part of insecurities when it comes to love, body, wealth, whatever the case may be, baby, they come flooding in. Listen, whatever insecurity you open up the door first, if it's about your body, you open up your body insecurities, come and open up that door and say, come on in. Baby, everything else is gonna start coming. You're gonna overthink the world. You're not gonna be able to make a decision because you're overthinking everything, right? But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna talk about how to build a new inner authority. Now, I know y'all want to know. Okay, coach, you done gave us some really good examples. We understand that we are our own biggest hater. How do we silence the critic? How do we get rid of the critic? How many people want to know how to get rid of the critic? Let me know. Hmm? How many people want to know how to get rid of the critic? Hmm? Okay. I got at least 2 people that say they want to know. 3 say I want to know how to get rid of the critic. Okay. It's crazy because we got 83 people watching, but I only got like the same 10 people putting comments in here. I have a question. Hand up. I used to do that in college and high school. This is how I used to ask questions in class. Hand up. Okay. This is me. Hand up. To the other 75 people who not saying nothing in the live. Why you here? To the other 75 people who not saying nothing in the live. Why are you here? I I'm just asking a question. Why are you here? Because I'm watching the comments and I keep seeing the same 10, 12 people comment. Why are you here? No, for real. I'm asking, why are you here? How can I help you? Hmm? How can I help you? What's the purpose? Hmm? What has your life become that you will sit here and watch something for this long? These numbers been holding still anywhere from 80 to 100 plus people at one time. That you will sit somewhere. It's a Friday night and most of y'all got some money now. Y'all, you would sit here for all this time. I ain't talking about no gifts. I ain't talking about sending no gifts. Like I said, I gotta stop help. I can't ask people who don't hit their own goals to help me hit a goal. That's crazy work. I'm not talking about no gifts. I'm just talking about participation. I'm talking about in the comments. I'm talking about engaging with the class, right? Are you here to learn or are you here to look? Which one is it? Are you here to learn or are you here to look? Hmm? Are you here to learn or are you here to look? Which one is it? It takes a special type of person. I normally teach this class a lot earlier on a Friday night. I don't never normally teach this late, but like I've been doing taxes and credit and all kind of stuff. So, but I wasn't going. What are you here to do? Huh? Hmm? I guess. Well, I guess they're not gonna answer me because clearly you here to learn. Okay. Listen. In order to learn, listen. In order to learn, you have to engage. Listen. Let me tell you something. When I ask y'all to type something in the comments, it's not to run my numbers up. I don't make money off TikTok live. I don't it doesn't matter how many of y'all watch. I teach these classes in order for my team, my marketing team to cut these classes up and repost them. I make money on YouTube. So when it comes to views, let's go ahead and get something together. When it comes to views and all that stuff, I make money on YouTube and Facebook. So the reason I teach these classes, I would teach this class whether it was 8 of y'all or 108 of y'all. I would still teach the class because I know what I have to say is good word, is good shit, right? And guess what? I can interact with people in the comments, and my team will come behind me and cut this class up. That's why I do all the free classes. My team will come up and cut this class up, and post. So we could make 12 different videos out this one, 12 different clips out this one video, right? But here's the deal. That's why I teach the class. I teach the class because I'm gonna help you hoes out. And I teach it for free because I ain't got time to be playing with y'all. This is a word. God gonna bless me regardless. Like, listen, what one thing about it, two things for sure. These hands say gifted and blessed. Listen, God has not left me hungry, helpless, or homeless. You understand me? So when I tell you I'ma get it, whatever I want, I'ma get it. So I'm not charging for the class. I'm not doing all that. I want this to be, listen, this is equal opportunity elevation. That's what I got over here. Equal opportunity elevation. I just want to know why you're here. When I ask you to type something in the comments, you're not helping me, you're helping yourself. You're not helping me. You're helping yourself. So now if you're driving and you can't type, that's one thing. But if I say, when I tell you to type something, when you write things down, listen, now let me tell you, let me let y'all in a little secret, right? If y'all wondering why y'all kids can't retain information, it's because let me put a pause in this. Let me give y'all some real shit. This, when I ask y'all to put stuff in the comments, it's for you to retain it. Listen, when you write things down, you can retain the information, right? Remember spelling? Let me go back real quick. Let's get nostalgic. Remember y'all had spelling words? I don't even think they do spelling tests no more. Now I was always a math teacher, so that was none of my business. Remember when y'all had spelling words back in the day? What did your teacher tell you to do? Write those words out 5 times a piece. Write them out 5 times a piece, right? I would go home and write my words out as neat as I could. My mother would check it. When you got a that's lower elementary. When you got a little older, you had to write your words out and you had to define the words. You had to go in the dictionary. I don't know. I was in major work. Okay, friend, I was in major work, or the gifted and talented program. So by fourth, fifth grade, I was using the dictionary and I had to write the definitions of the words out. Okay. I have amazing penmanship. And I was able to retain a lot of information because I wrote it out. Even when I create something on a computer, I still write stuff in my notebook. I'm still a believer in notebooks because I'm able to retain it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say this again. When I ask y'all to write something in the comments, again, if you here just being nosy, scroll on. I'd rather have 8 strong people than 80 looky loos. I don't need that. I don't need that. I would rather have eight I have 8 people who really want to change their life than 79 people just being nosy. The fuck on. And I mean that. Scroll on. It's so many other people doing lives. You can catch whatever you want to catch. When I ask you to write something in the comments, it does not benefit me, it benefits you. Because listen, your brain only works on what you tell it. You hear me? Your brain only works on what you tell it. Your brain believes whatever you tell it. That your brain will believe that. If you tell your brain that this shit I've been hearing, all this overthinking I'm doing, all of this downplaying myself, that's not really me. That's something else. And that's not me. That's not who I am. So I can go ahead and I'm gonna tell you how to get rid of that. You will start believing that. Your subconscious mind will pick up on that. And you will start behaving differently. And when you behave differently and your energy change, you attract differently. I'm trying to get you some game right now. So when I tell you to write something in the comments, I'm doing that so you can train your brain. You are training your brain. You hear me? Most of our kids don't know how to spell because they don't have to write nothing no more. Most of our kids don't know how to do their penmanship suck. They halfway illiterate. They use a computer for everything because they don't have to write anything anymore. Everything is typed out, or they listen to it, or they don't have to write nothing out, right? They don't have to write nothing. And then that's why they just out here out and about, just doing whatever it is they want to do because there's nothing really instilled in them unless it's the things they choose. They really don't instill nothing. Huh? Some of our greatest, listen, some of your greatest rappers of all time still write in a notebook. They still write in a notebook. Huh? They wrote their rhymes. Kendrick Lamar writes in a notebook. Kendrick Lamar writes in a notebook. And you see where he at, and you see how many Grammys and all kind of nominations, and he do sweeps. Nothing, not listen. This is all psychological. Listen, black people, black women, we have been living in an emotional world for too long. We have been relying on emotions, spirituality, and generational trauma. And that's what our world has evolved around. I am trying to get you to understand something from a psychological standpoint. Listen, I am going to train your brain. You hear me? So again, when I ask you to put something in the comments, you're doing it to help yourself. You're not doing it to help me. And if you're not here to learn, get the fuck on. All right. Now, let's talk about how to build a new. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Let's talk about how to build a new inner authority. First of all, you do not silence the critic. See, you will beat yourself up trying to silence that voice in your head. That listen. So if you try to start, so you get into a situation, you say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sign up. Coach Misty got this thing up here and say she is starting the GFU troops. I want to be one of them. I want that beret. I want that patch. I want all the jazz. I'm a texter. And something in you gonna be like, girl, you ain't got time for all that. So you gonna start hearing stuff. Girl, you know you don't even like going outside. You're not going to no meeting. Girl, please. You're gonna be wasting that woman's time and wasting yours. This is your inner critic telling you this, right? So now, after going through this class, you might be like, you know what? Don't talk to me like that. You're going to start arguing with yourself. And if you don't live alone, people don't think you need medication. You're going to start arguing with yourself, or you're going to get real quiet, and you're going to try to silence that critic. You don't silence the critic, you outrank it. Now, being loud doesn't mean being boisterous. It doesn't mean being combative. You don't silence the critic, you outrank it. So here's the deal. If you say, and I'm just using this as an example, if you get to the point where you like, you know what, I want to be one of them girl FU troops. I do. I want to wear that beret. I want to listen. I want to help myself become the best person I can be and help somebody else too. I want to be in GFU. And your inner critic starts saying, girl, you don't even go out the house. I want you to be like, yes, I do. I want you to do it in a positive and a positive and a neutral tone. Yes, I do. I do go outside. Whatever your inner critic is saying, I want you to go ahead and say that and say, well, I may not go outside, but I'll go outside for this. I want to start going outside. Again, don't start getting combative. Don't work on the negative. Don't work on the negative side of it. I want you to say whatever your inner critic is saying. I want you to say the opposite of the positive. You build a louder voice and you build a grounded voice. Okay. You build a voice that says, I'm going to try anyway. Yeah, so what? I ain't been at the house all year. So what? I really don't do nothing. So what? I accept to be in a homebody because I really don't like the way I look, or I'm not confident in my weight or the way I look, or I don't have money to keep my hair up, or I ain't bought no new clothes or anything like that, or I don't look my best. So what? I'm gonna try anyway. Right. And then when your voice says, so what you gonna do in this GFU troop? Oh, you don't even like people like that. You know what you gonna say? We'll learn how to. We'll learn how to like people. We'll learn how to. It's never too late to learn, right? Listen, when you go to try something and it don't turn out the way you think it was going to turn out, and that voice inside you says, nah, see, that's why you should have set your ass down and stop trying new stuff. You too old to be trying new stuff. What you going to say? It wasn't fatal. I lived. I lived. I'm here to talk about it. I lived. Huh? I lived. And when the time comes, listen, yes, now you're going to say, I'm going to try it anyway. And when the time comes for you to come on to that GFU, your first GFU troop meeting, and you sitting in the house and you dressed and you like, oh my God, Coach Misty really coming to my city. Like, we really got to meet tonight. I can't believe she here. I'm really going to see these people I'll be talking to online. This is crazy work. I want you to say to your inner critic, we going to do it scared. Huh? We're going to do it scared. One of the things I think we need to understand is confidence isn't the absence of doubt. I'm going to say this again. Confidence isn't the absence of doubt, it's leadership over it. I'm going to say that again. Confidence isn't the absence of doubt, it is leadership over it. There's a lot of things that scare the fuck out of me. A lot of stuff scares me. It scares me to have two groups going on at the same time, because the one thing a lot of people say is, oh, she do a lot, she do too much. And to you, it might seem like I do too much. But for me, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, right? This girl, fuck you book, this GFU troop, this ain't something I just came up with yesterday. These are things that I've been thinking about. Now is the time to do it, right? But yeah, when I was sitting in the car and I was like, oh shit. I said, are we really gonna start this GFU troop? I thought to myself, I said, okay, self. Okay, now this is not my inner critic. This was me thinking to myself. I said, okay, self. Should I start the GFU troop in 2027 and just do the every Friday do a master class and kind of start introducing the troop thing in August? Or do I go ahead and kick it off now? Do I go ahead and say, listen, we gonna do it scared? We gonna go ahead and do this now. I don't care if I have a meeting in Dallas and two people show up, me and Jesus. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to rent the same place if I can on the same Saturday, on the second Saturday of every month, and I'm gonna have a GFU troop meeting, and I'm gonna keep showing up at that same place. I'm gonna keep spending my however much it is to rent that little place out, and I'm gonna keep showing up until other people start showing up with me. I'm gonna do this scared. That's the conversation I had in the car with myself today, because I was like, they don't even know nothing about GF troops. They ain't even joined the highest circle yet, the highest self circle. Why would you introduce something else and an in-person group? They not even joining that. So that now that's my inner critic telling me, right? And again, your inner critic is not gonna go away. You just have to outthink it. You understand me? I would never do a pink beret. Girl, what the fuck? Absolutely not. I would never do a pink beret. No. Never, never, negative. This ain't a pink type of this ain't that type of group. We get matching Tims. Mm-mm. No, Keisha, go join the higher self circle. You belong in the higher self circle. No, mm-mm. Absolutely not. We gonna have matching black Tims. It take a special person to wear black Tims. I would never do a pink one. I listen. The choice and the reason, and thank you for your suggestion. I don't want you to think I'm tearing you down or nothing like that. But the choice, there's a reason behind this burgundy beret. There's a reason behind this deep red color. You understand me? There's a reason behind that. That deep burgundy color, that color right there, I could have picked. My favorite color is green. I love blue. Black is always a good one. The reason I picked this one, that is a representation of how deep we have cut ourselves. Huh? How deep we have cut ourselves to save somebody else. Listen, not only the tears we have cried, some of y'all have shared emotional blood. You understand me? Listen, y'all have shared emotional blood out here trying to help somebody. You understand me? That burgundy. Hmm? That means something. I promise you it do. So, again, like I was saying, confidence isn't the absence of doubt, it is leadership over it. Huh? And leadership is easier in community. Let me tell you something. Leaders learn how to be leaders by being with other leaders. Today, I was watching a video on Coach Stormy. I want to talk about this real quick before I end the class. Today, I was watching a video this guy did, a guy that does like a podcast on YouTube, a black guy. I don't know his name. I just came across it. And he did like an expose on Coach Stormy. Now, have I studied Coach Stormy? I've seen a couple things with her, maybe watched a show here and there. I'm not I'm not a Coach Stormy ally. I know who she is, right? And I know about total life changes and all that stuff. I've never seen her speak before, anything like that. But I watched this video that this man presented, and he was talking about how, oh, she is tearing down the black community by selling people these dreams and, all the network marketing. And, this is a vicious thing that she's doing to the black community, whoop de woo, and blah, blah, blah. And, I listened to her story. And again, I may not be a fan. Here's the deal: I'm not a friend or a fan. I'm not a hater either. I'm not friend, foe, or fan. I just, you know, but I'm watching this, and he had a lot of clips of her doing interviews with other people, and he's saying like how these other celebrities or other podcasters has, just helped her, rise up in the ranks, and how she is tricking black people, especially black women, into a lifestyle they'll never have, blah blah blah, so on, so on, blah, 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 right? But one thing about it, two things for sure. One thing I have noticed, now I may not know a lot about Coach Stormy as a person. I may not have researched her. And I have researched certain people, like when it comes to like network marketing, like Mary Kay. I read a lot about Mary Kay, but Mary Kay is in Texas. And, hey, that's been around for a long time. So, like, I've done a lot of research about Mary Kay, read books about her and everything. But anyway, I may not know a lot about Coach Stormy, but I do know women who I have went to school with, who I've grown up with, who I personally know, who have joined her team at whatever level, right? Of course, they probably don't know her personally, but they have signed up because of her. They have, and listen, they have changed their life. She has influenced them to come out of their shells and sign up and sell a business. I'm talking about these are women who barely had two pictures on their Instagram, and now they posting videos, whatever network marketing, if they on Coach Stormy's team, whatever she's selling, they selling, right? And they are putting themselves out there. Whether they have one view or 1,000 views, they putting themselves out there every day, going live, and this and other. And regardless how people feel about her or what company she represent, or her tactics or anything like that, she's creating leaders, huh? I don't know if she's creating millionaires, but she's creating leaders. And you know why? Because leadership is easier in community. She has built a community within a bigger ecosystem. She's built her own community. People say, "Oh, I joined Total Life Changes because of Coach Stormy." Not because I ain't even taste it. I watched her, I believed in her. She poured into me. I listened to the things she said, and I joined because of her. Leadership is easier in community. So when I was watching this man's video, I said, you know what? And it was funny because, he talked about how she's plaguing the black people and, having them put their money in and they're never going to, make money off of, what they're signing up for. But then at the same time, he telling people, oh, y'all watch me all the time and get all this good content, but y'all don't subscribe to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I was just like, wait, what? So you using a hate video about a black woman who has pulled herself out the gutter, however she did it, pulled herself out the gutter, actually believes in changing her mindset. You change your mind, you change your life, right? Changing her mindset is where she is, and she's teaching other people to do it. You may not like the product that she's pushing, but what she's saying is true. What she's saying is about how you have different type of faith and all kind of stuff, and you got to go out there. You have to approach every day like the world is your oyster. You have to think like this, and then you start changing the way you do, and you attract money, you attract opportunities. Everything she's saying is real shit. You may not like the way she's doing it, but you're using the video to tear her down and then telling people to go and subscribe to your shit and become a paid subscriber to your channel, and to go on your website and buy a membership so they can go view all the information you have about how MLM marketing is this, that, and the other. You're exposing all these MLMs, but you're not giving away for free. You charging people. So you selling the product too. I laughed. I laughed my ass off laying in the bed. I said, but ain't he selling something too? Ain't you selling something too? So what you telling them? Well, don't put your money over. He says, I have a library on my website where you can go see, I expose all these different MLM marketers and all these different companies. You can go pay for that. And I also give you alternatives to joining those MLMs. Like I give you legit businesses that you can join. It's not an MLM. And I'm laughing to myself because I'm thinking to myself, baby, you selling to other businesses. You made all of it is genius. You're making money from tearing down the MLMs, but you offering people alternatives, and you may not be directly connected to it, but I'm pretty sure you're an affiliate. You're gonna get paid. You getting paid from tearing her down and tearing these other things down, but you still want the same thing. It comes to their money. You want their money too. Well, listen, if you want to join the MLM, I have a safer alternative for you, and you can go and check those out over here. You doing what she do. You doing what she do. You selling them a dream too. Your shit just packaged different. I laugh anyway. I just had to laugh. But what I wanted to say is this: leadership is easier in community. Like she's built a community, he's building a community. You understand me? And the reason why I created these two separate community hubs, listen, they two separate. Higher Self Circle and GFU Troops are two separate. Yes, it's still under the CME brand, but listen, they're two separate creeds, two separate mottos, two separate. Listen, the way you learn and what you learn, there's different type of courses, modules, right? On higher self circle, I talk to you differently, but I'm talking the same shit. I just package it differently. GFU, listen, some of y'all couldn't be in higher self circle because you hard. Some of y'all are hard. You hard. And I don't mean hard as in, you know what I'm saying, gang. No, you hard. You're hardened. You understand me? You're hard. Your outer skin, just your outer layer is hard. You had to be hard. Higher self circle might be that you're not gonna really care. You like, bitch, I'm bored. What are you talking about? The psychology of what? No, you're hard. So guess what? GFU is for you. Huh? GFU is for you. Listen, listen. People who go through the GFU troops, you might be in GFU troops and you don't, there's not a thing to where you graduate. There are levels and badges that you earn, but you'll always be in GFU. And then after you get to a certain stage, then you might want to transition and say, you know what, I'm ready to go to the highest self circle because I don't have to pretend to be something I'm not. I know who I am. I can be assertive and soft at the same time. I can be firm yet feminine at the same time, right? I am here to, I don't have to do the one that's all the talking. I don't have to talk all the time because I learned how to listen, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go to the higher self circle. So like I said, I built two different communities because I realized after 4 years, I have two types of people that follow me. You understand me? I got two types. I got the roughnecks. I got the roughnecks. And then I got the oh my God, I would never looking ass. Oh my God, Coach Missy, I love you. I never say nothing in your lives. I got the ones who buy private coachings with me. They don't say nothing in the lives because they don't want their friends to know they fuck with me like that. But they spend $5,000, $10,000 a year to work with me privately. So I got two different subsets, but listen, we all part of the same thing. Listen, this is all equal opportunity to elevation. Equal opportunity to elevation because some of you are trying to defeat a voice that was built in isolation by yourself and it's not going to work. All right. So now let me go ahead and talk to the women who feel that this is the right thing for them. How many people like this beret? How many people are trying to picture what the whole outfit look like? If you watch me right now, I know y'all don't see it on YouTube. I will make some posts. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have my people cut up this video off of TikTok and post them as YouTube. How many people then picture themselves in a beret? How many people like, I wonder what the whole outfit look like? What we doing? Huh? Yeah, y'all like that, right? And it's not that because this is just appealing, you want to wear a beret. This ain't 19, this ain't Prince. They ain't diamonds and pearls. It ain't that, yeah, that is what it is that you want you, it's a sense of identity. Huh? It's a sense of identity. Everybody want to belong to something. Let me tell you something. I said this to myself as I was getting out the car today at when after I made a decision to go ahead and do the Girl FU troops. I said, I don't I said, hey, it don't matter if I have two people that show up. I'm gonna be there. So after, I had silent or I had outranked my inner critic and made a decision to go ahead and go forward with GFU. Um it was funny because I'd said something to myself. I had to sometimes you gotta give yourself a pep talk. And I always revert back to a thing that my father told me when I was 12. And he says, everybody wants to have someone to look up to. Why not let it be you? Hmm? Everybody wants to have a sense of community. Why not let it be you? I remember my father told me that because he recognized at 12 years old, he said he saw when I was younger, but really at 12, that this was a pivotal point in my life. You understand me? That you have everything, whether you know it or not, you have all the qualities of a leader. Huh? You have all the qualities of a leader. These people, these kids who want to follow you and run after you every day, these girls show up to the house. Can Misty come outside, call in the house? Listen, they understand. Y'all may not even understand what leadership is, but they see something in you. They see something in you and they want to be your friend or they want to hang with you. So my father saw the making of something amazing and he said, let me grab on to this real quick. Let me go ahead and pull her coattail real quick and let her know I see you. I see the leader in you. Everybody wants something to believe in. Why not let it be you? And when I tell you, he told me that in the summer of 1992 and it stuck with me. Even in my darkest of hours, even when I didn't love myself the way I should, even when I didn't want to look at myself in the mirror, when I stepped outside, it was still somebody who wanted to roll with me. I'm not talking about relationships. I'm talking about homegirls, co-workers. It was still somebody. Listen, I ain't never ate lunch alone when I was at work. I ain't never listen. Somebody always wanted to, hey, what you about to do? Let's what I'm rolling with her. It's always that a guy. He said that everybody wants something to believe in. Why not let it be you? Now, there was moments in my life where I was feeling down and out, and I had to pull from that energy. I had to remember that, right? I had to remember what my father said to me. I wasn't living it. I wasn't living it in the every day. I would have to relive it in order to bring myself up. But now, since I've changed my mindset and I decided who I wanted to be, and I've set standards and boundaries for myself, I've made a game plan for myself, and that's the only game. Listen, that's the only book that I'm gonna play out of. That's the only plays I'm gonna run is the ones I created for myself. Is the ones where I win every day. I don't have to pull from that memory no more because I am that memory. I have embodied what he said. Everybody wants something to believe in. Why not let it be you? And I am that girl, not that girl. I'm that person. And I believe just like I'm that person, you can become that person if you want to. You don't have to be a coach, Misty. You don't have to be coach nothing. You can just be you. So what I'm saying is this. You don't need another a motivational live. That's why I told you I'm not here to motivate you. Even though some of y'all feeling good, that energy you feeling in your chest, that's called change. That's not motivation. That's called change. When you start getting a little motion in your chest, that's called change. Change is happening, huh? Change is trying to happen in your body. There's something stirring up inside of you. That's not spiritual. That's change. That's inertia. That's right there. That's metaphysics. Metaphysics that's happening within you, huh? Bitch, your cells are starting to generate like, hey, we about to do something strange around here. You don't need another motivational live. You don't need another motivational group. You don't need me to come in here and hold prayer. But y'all, we will hold prayer before every GFU troop meeting. But you don't need me to come in here and hold prayer for y'all and all that stuff. And Lord bless them and keep watch over them. You've been getting that all your life. You need structure. You need structure, you need reinforcement, and you need women who will not let you spiral. You need somebody to catch you when you start going off the deep end. You need somebody to pull you back like your coattail. You need somebody to snatch you up like my father snatched me up in 92 and say everybody needs something to believe in. Why not let it be you? You need somebody that's going to say, "Hey friend, you fucking up." Come on. "Hey friend, you fucking up." Huh? You don't need somebody that's gonna sit there and watch the show. Some of y'all got people who sit there and watch you go down the drain. Listen, they there for the entertainment. You think they supporting you? They really there to watch you. They want to watch you burn. You understand me? They want to watch. They put on their protective sunglasses to to hide their eyes. They want to watch you burn. I'm here to keep you from the fire. I'm here to snatch you up and say, "It's a little hot over there, sis. Get back over here. Come on now. We're not doing that." And this is why I formed and decided to go out here scared, but with faith and everything I got, and form the Girl Fuck You troops, the GFU troops in spring of 2026. Now, Girl Fuck You troops will be membership. Right now, I'm getting the founding members. Right now, we're doing founding members. I'm looking for troop leaders and founding members. These are private troops, they're private circles, but we're going to have real conversations. Real accountability, baby. We're gonna be more. Listen, we're gonna be tighter than a Kingdom Hall, huh? You don't even know if you ain't got no Jehovah's Witness friends, you don't even know what a Kingdom Hall look like. Hmm? You don't even know. I didn't know what a Kingdom Hall looked like till I was 40 years old. That's how tight we gonna be in the GFU troop, huh? Ain't gonna be coming. Ain't gonna be no coming to our meeting, our troop meeting, and going live and girl. Yes, I'm here. No, we here to learn and love and live. Now, when we do social events, that's that. Hmm? These are private circles, real conversations, real accountability, no fake positivity. Huh? Listen, if you messing up, you messing up. So I want to say this. If you ever wanted a place where you didn't have to shrink, text GFU. If you wanted a space where you are called higher, we're going to have troop leaders, but just because you don't start off as a troop leader don't mean that you can't be one. Text GFU. And if you want to be in a room where you don't have to pretend, if you want to be in a room where you do not have to pretend, you don't have to pretend to be okay. You don't have to pretend to have it all together. You don't have to pretend that you're not heartbroken. I want you to text GFU to that number on the screen. I see y'all put it in the comments. Lord have mercy. Hmm? Listen, text GFU. All you got to do is check GFU to there, and I'm going to text you back. Here's the deal. We are holding a private Zoom info session. I'm going to hold a private Zoom info session starting Saturday the 28th. So this Saturday, next Saturday coming up, I am holding the first private Zoom info session. It's free. You ain't got to pay nothing to attend. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's only going to be about 30 minutes. Okay. You can log in from anywhere. In order to get that information, in order to save your spot in class. Now, mind you, remember, y'all, I'm going viral right now. Every info session I do, I'm only going to have 100 people. And just because you want to be in GFU, don't mean I'm going to let you in GFU. Bitch, if you messy, you can't come over here. Okay? If you messy, stay where you at. Okay? If you messy, if you really ain't about change, no, just keep coming to the master classes. I'll let you know. The info sessions is open to anybody who is interested. Okay? It's open to anybody who is interested. After you attend the info session, you will receive an email to submit an application. All right. And within 2 weeks, by mid-March, you will know whether or not you are placed in the GFU troop. Okay. My troop leaders, I will pick my troop leaders by March 7th. So we'll talk about that later. So I want you to text the number on the screen. If you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook, that phone number is 469-520-9525. Again, 469-520-9525. Text the word GFU or the letters GFU, and I'll send you the information. Text that if you want to join a troop or form or have your private troop. If you want to if you want to form a troop or want to be part of a troop, either way, text this number. And I want you to know this is not a club. This is not a social club. This is not a non-Greek sorority. We're not going around here stepping. Shout out to all the Greeks. Shout out to the Divine Nine. This is not a step group. This ain't a line dance group. This ain't a social club where we come together and girl, yes, and how we doing? Yeah, once you get accepted to girl fuck you, then you'll be able to purchase that. You can't purchase it until you get accepted. You'll be able to get that once you get in the girl fuck you. I'm not no. Mm-mm. That we have badges, so they're in like badges. Like this is real. Like I said, it's like Girl Scouts meets I don't know what to call it. Girl Scouts meets I don't even know. I can't even think of a show to align with Girl Fuck You. It's like Girl Scouts meets Real Housewives of Cleveland. Okay, real baddies of old baddies of Detroit. Okay. We taking corporate America with Girl Scouts and seventh grade recess and putting that shit together with some motivational listen with a motivational book. If you don't have a book, text GFU and I'll send you the link for the book so you can get the book off Amazon. Okay. Could you picture that? Yo, 50 year 50 year old you going outside for recess. Okay, please. All right, y'all. Listen, I'm going to say something. First of all, thank y'all for rocking with me tonight. I'm going to say something really simple. Everybody believes in something, correct? Some of you all have believing in your inner critic. hmm you've been rocking with your inner critic. Your inner critic riding the front seat with you. Your inner critic go everywhere with you. Every time you go somewhere, you should ask for a table for two, whether you by yourself, because your inner critic is there. Some of you all have been believing your inner critic. My question to you is, what if you believe in growth instead? Hmm? What if you believed in growth instead? What if you believed in becoming? Now, notice I didn't say nothing else. I just said becoming. What if you believed in becoming? What if you believed in a woman who already walked through the fire and came out whole? Hmm? Why not let that be you? So go ahead and text the number 469-520-9525. I want you to get in where you fit in. Hmm? And if this class, if this message did something to you, if it made you feel something, listen, listen. If you, hey Rebecca, send me a Rebecca, text that number and say credit. Rebecca say, I'm not trying to join a college sorority. Rebecca, we not a college sorority, friend. Rebecca said, I'm not trying to join a sorority. This not a college sorority. We are all well educated and graduated. Huh? This is a life changing movement. She said, I'm not trying to join no shit. I just want to get my credit done. Huh? Come on, Rebecca. Come on, Rebecca. Rebecca said, ma'am, I'm just trying to get my credit done. How do I do that? Rebecca, text credit to that number. I will send you the shit. For the other people, for the other people who are trying to, who do want to be part of GFU. I know, Rebecca. Thank you so much, Rebecca. But you might want to fuck with us, okay? You might, Rebecca. You might like it over here, huh? Huh? You might like it over here, Rebecca. Listen, if this message hits you and you don't need the credit information, I want you to put in the comments, "I'm done hating myself." Hmm? I want you to put in the comments right now, "I'm done hating myself." Huh? If this did something to you, say, "I'm done hating myself." That's fine, friend. Get your credit. You good. Say, "I'm done hating myself." All right. Now, next Friday, we go even harder. Before I read my last passage out of Girl Fuck You, you know, we begin with a lesson from Girl Fuck You and we end with Girl Fuck You. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Listen, I'm done hating myself. That's right. See, listen, everything you want to do is just one decision away from greatness. I promise you. You are one decision away from greatness. We put so much on change. Change is just making a decision. Change is just saying that I'm done hating on myself. Listen, when your inner critic show up, listen, you don't feel like arguing with that bitch. Say, I'm done hating on myself. Girl, gone. Girl, good day. I'm done hating on myself. I'm done hating on myself. I'm not doing that no more. Huh? Huh? I'm done hating on myself. Right? If you got knock knees like me and you want to wear shorts, you want to wear thigh shorts, wear them. I'm done hating on myself. Huh? If you got big arms like me and you like to wear and you want to wear sleeveless stuff, I'm done hating on myself. We done with that. Okay? All right. I'm gonna tell y'all what next Friday lesson gonna be. Hold, please. Remember, text GFU. Now, let me go ahead and say this. You can text that number for credit, taxes, whatever. This is the number I use on all my social media. So, whatever it is you need, you can text that number. Now, let me say this. Do not text that number and ask me about order issues. You got an email. We have a process for that. And if you do, I'm gonna tell you, send that to this email. Stay blessed. Do not text this number. No. Text that number about things that you need to obtain. Not, oh, well, no, y'all be texting me all kind of shit. Experian logins. Absolutely not. And it's fine. And if you do, I'm just gonna send you back a message. Hey, Bookie Boo, I love you, but send this information to the appropriate thing. This phone number right here, if you need credit, if you need your taxes done, come on, friend. She said, I'm done hating on myself. Whatever you need to buy the book. You like, Coach, I need some oils. I need to talk to you. I want to book a session. How do I talk to you? Text that number. Tell me what it is that you need. And I'm going to tell you how to get it. Okay. All right. Next Friday, y'all. Before we go out on the girl FU lesson, next Friday class. I told y'all I write everything down. Listen, these books, I always tell people, baby, this book is a million. This is a 1.75 million right here. This book. Baby, I take this book. I call every year. I put my plans. I used to buy one 5 subject notebook. Now I'm up to two 5 subject notebooks. And whatever it is I want to do, I write that shit out. I write it out, baby. I take this book with me when I say everywhere, everywhere. I take this book with me everywhere to the beauty shop. I don't even carry little cute purses no more. Cause 9 times out of 10, I have my book because I don't know, never know when inspiration is gonna strike. So next Friday, our class is going to be fuck shrinking in relationships. That's our class. If you like, hey coach, I want to know when you go live. To be honest with y'all, right now I cannot commit to a certain time. Every Friday we're gonna get a class. I cannot commit to a certain time because life is happening at a rapid pace for me, which is amazing. But either way, you're gonna get this work. And I owe y'all a class from yesterday from Finding Purpose. I'm gonna do that on Saturday. Y'all gonna get this work regardless. But what I can say is this: if you follow me on YouTube, every masterclass I teach is going to be on YouTube. So if you go to my YouTube, I am Coach Misty on YouTube. It's all one word. I am Coach Misty, Misty. And I think you can access it from my profile on TikTok too. If you go follow me on YouTube and press the bell for notifications, you will then be notified. YouTube will let you know when I'm on live. Hell, YouTube be telling me I got a couple different YouTube accounts. YouTube be like, Coach Misty is now on live. God damn it, that's me. I'm like, who on live? Oh, I'm on live. Coach Misty is now on live. So if you want to be in the know, I don't think I probably won't be able to commit to a full live schedule, a permanent one, until like after my birthday. So right now, hey, you got to get it while it's hot. Okay. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, okay? Subscribe for free and hit the notification button. All right. Next Friday, we're going to talk about fuck shrinking in relationships. We're not just talking about a love relationship or a husband and wife or a wife and wife. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about all relationships, the parental relationships, the relationships you have with your children, the relationships you have with your parents, co-worker. We're talking about work relationships, right? The relationships you have with your manager, the relationship you have with your home group, whatever. Stop shrinking in relationships. Okay. So that is going to be our class for next Friday, which is the fuck amazing. Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all something real shit. Yes, we have the girl FU troops. I forgot to talk about it. Maybe I'm supposed to go. No, you know what? I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. Cause I told y'all we gonna start Girl FU Troops. I'm gonna start Girl FU Troops in 4 cities. My birthday is July 15th. I'm gonna start Girl FU Troops in 4 cities, right? I'm gonna start Girl FU Troops in 4 cities. But in October, we will have our first Girl FU conference in Atlanta. We will have our first Girl FU weekend in Atlanta. Fun, fun, fun in Atlanta. We gonna have a good time. Okay, listen, and it ain't gonna be about Coach Misty ain't gonna be out there doing no readings either. So we will have our first Girl FU conference in Atlanta in October. So all of the Girl FU troops that have been formed so far will meet up. We will meet up in Atlanta, and people who want to be part of Girl FU, it will be open to everybody. But that will be in Atlanta every October. We will go. I even girl, I got the dates. Hold on, let me tell y'all. I'm gonna start really talking about it in March. But our first annual Girl Fuck You weekend will be October. Hold on one second. Where is it at? Oh, hold on. It's going to be October the 2nd. It's going to be October 2nd and the 3rd this year. So it'll be the first weekend in October. The first weekend in October will always be our annual Girl Fuck You weekend. So October 2nd and the 3rd will be the Girl Fuck You weekend. Now, if you've ever been to my manifest, I'm not going to hold it like it may be at a hotel, it may not. I'm looking for a bigger venue, like more open space. So the girl, here's the deal. I will, of course, we'll have all the details. I will partner with surrounding hotels, whatever event space I decide on in Atlanta. I will partner with, depending on how big this shit be. Now, listen, is it gonna be 30 of us or 300 or 3,000 of us? Listen, that's depending on us. That's depending on all of y'all. Okay, you said you go on Amazon and get the book. Just go look up Girl Fuck You on Amazon book, and it'll prop right up. But listen, we're going to have a venue, right? And it's going to be Girl Fuck You weekend. I will partner with surrounding hotels so that you guys can have make at least two uh options to block off hotel rooms to get Girl FU hotel rooms, y'all. This is going to be a fucking amazing. You hear me? A fucking amazing. So the first one is going to be October 2nd and 3rd in Atlanta. When I tell you that I have already mapped out the times for the annual Girl Fuck You weekends all the way until 2030, I am not playing around. See, listen, I've been trying one thing about two things for sure. A lot of y'all might be like, damn, every time I look up, she's doing something different. No, what it is that I'm going to try. Listen, I've never failed. I never failed at nothing. And you know why I never fail at anything? Because as long as you try, you never fail. Whatever it is I want to do, and I can sit and put that shit on paper and make it make sense, I'm going to try it. So listen, as long as you try, you never fail. And if you never fail, then you never lose. And by Webster's dictionary definition, if I never lose, I always win. Okay? Okay. So listen, baby, we about to do this thing. Remember, text the word GFU. Take a screenshot of this if you're watching me on YouTube. Yeah, guys can attend the Girl Fuck You weekend. Listen, you said write and make that the vision plan. The thing that I just said to you is something I've been saying for years. That's a Coach Misty saying. Yeah, that's the Coach Misty saying. Yeah, I tell people I can give you one sure way. Listen, this one simple thing. This is you'll never lose another day in your life. You will win every fucking day. I win every day. Even when shit don't go the way I think it's gonna go, bitch, I win every day because I tried. Whatever it is, I tried. Businesses, I tried. Careers, I tried. School, I tried. And people are like, well, damn, what you mean? There's some things, I see the completion and I'm sure about myself. Listen, I'm strong enough to know when something ain't for me. I'm strong enough to know when something's not for me, and I'm smart enough to walk the fuck away before I waste too much time. You hear me? I try some shit out. As long as it ain't gonna look, as long as it ain't gonna take me down, I try it out. So when it comes to my ideas and things of that nature, listen, let me tell you something. I am the walking definition of YOLO. YOLO. Listen, when God called me home, my obituary is gonna be a book. It's gonna be a novel because whoever do my obituary, if y'all put all the shit that I've done, accomplished, all the things, you know what I'm saying, that I enjoyed, baby, y'all might as well have listen. Y'all might as well have y'all might as well have a goddamn 2-day ceremony, huh? Okay, that's gonna be the last Coach Misty weekend for real. Because everything I do, I win every day. I win every day because if there's something that I want to do, and Regina said a telephone book. Shut up, Regina. If there's something that I want to do and I feel conviction about it in my spirit and my heart, and when I think about it, it makes me smile, I'm going for it. Fuck it. Huh? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. And whether it lasts a moment or a lifetime, I'm going to enjoy the time that I'm in that. I'm enjoy it. I'm enjoy it. Some things that I've started, I ended because guess what? I came to a completion. You may not have been complete. I had one of the ladies, one of my core members of Big Ass Workout when I was doing my workouts. She was in the I still have my big ass workout group on Facebook, and I have a social media assistant who posts in that group every day, 2-3 times a day. So people are now starting to see some more movement in the girl. Not right now, Purple Rose. They're starting to see some more movement in the big ass workout group. And so Zandra, I love Zandra. Zandra said she tagged me in a post talking about Misty Scott. Can you please start back workouts again? And so my social media assistant hit me up and she said, hey, like, did you see this post? What do you want me to say? I said, absolutely the fuck not. I said, I'll respond to it, but absolutely the fuck not. No. I had an amazing time with BAW Fitness. BAW Fitness, listen, taught me, listen, not only did I met an amazing group of women and some men, BAW Fitness, we built an amazing community. People forged friendships and bonds in there that will last the rest of their life. People who didn't know each other, we all met each other over a Zoom. We all met each other over a Zoom, and you have women in there who now travel together. We all met each other on Zoom. These people didn't know each other. There's people from all across the country. Listen, TikTok did it for me in 2021 and looked like TikTok doing it again. TikTok gave me a platform. Listen, TikTok gave me a platform and allowed me to go viral and attract the people who wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? That allowed me to attract my tribe. And one thing about it, once I see we got a tribe going, I'm going to connect y'all with each other. I don't have to have everybody ain't got to be just for me. We are for each other. So that's one thing about me. I believe in building community. And BAW was amazing, but it's no longer in my spirit to do it. Not that I don't value fitness, not that I don't love these women and I don't want to get on Zoom with them at least twice a week and work out. It's just that's just something I did it and I'm done. I am finished and that's okay. I am finished. I pass the torch on to somebody else. Matter of fact, I'm going to call Zandra and say, Zandra, let me teach you how to start your own fitness boot camp. Let me teach you. You want big ass workout to come back? Listen, let me show you where I got my certification from to be a trainer. Let me teach you the business. You could be the next version. You could be the next version of BAW. My time here is done. See, that's another thing. We need to learn how to walk away before we are pushed away. Now, this is the end of the class, and I feel like I'm about to go into another sermon. I feel like I'm about to preach and not teach. Listen, you have to learn how to walk away before you are pushed away. You have to learn when your time is up. And I'm here to tell you, when your time is up, normally people who living legends, they leave at the height of their career. Living legends, they go out. You don't wait until you forget the words to your song. You don't wait. You go out at the height of your career. You go out on what they say, you're going to ride a blaze of glory. A lot of us wait until we pushed out. We wait until the crowd has left and then we leave and we feel defeated. Absolutely not. I left. Listen, I listen. When I was done with BAW, was at the height of BAW, and I said I'm done. This I have fulfilled what I came to do. People are better because of the things that I did, the things that I put out there, the information, the workouts. People, you said Stephanie, you are still friends. Regina was in BAW. People are better because of this. I did what I came to do. My job here is done, and I left. And baby, when I tell you, I walked off. I always think about at the end of the Tina Turner movie when she be on stage and she do her little dance on the stage and then she leave. And that's how I leave situations now. I don't wait until the lights turn out. I don't wait until the party is over. Even when I go outside, or when I go outside to places, I'm never gonna shut the place down. You understand me? Huh? Once I'm fulfilled, my job here is done. And I move on to the next thing. So we need to learn how to walk away before we pushed away. Huh? You need to learn how to do that. You have to be strong enough to say, I enjoyed my time here. I'm done. Thank you. I'm on to the next adventure. All right, y'all. I ain't mean to go through all that. That was a lot, but maybe it needed to be said. Bada boom, bada bing. You know, like I said, you can win. Listen, from this point on, you'll win every day. Whatever it is you want to try it, try it. If you want to sell your feet on the internet, start taking pictures. Okay, let me read from the book and see. I always talk about selling feet. I go from giving you something strong to selling feet. I always go there. Okay. Um, I always get back to selling feet some damn where. No, no, y'all be cutting up. The reason why I always talk about selling feet, because y'all be asking me about selling feet. Okay. Okay, it's a market out there. Anyway. All right, y'all. Somebody give me a number 1 through 10. Somebody give me a number 1 through 10. I need a number 1 through 10. That's gonna be our first thing in GFU troop. We gonna sell feet. A 1 through 10. 4. Okay, I'm gonna go to chapter 4. Hold on. I'm gonna need somebody else to pick another number. We gonna read from chapter 4. Our first badge is gonna be a foot badge. Huh? We gonna raise money for the troop. Okay? Your husband, you don't even know your husband got them kind of accounts. He gonna be like, baby, I know these ain't your toes on the internet. Okay, you said number 4. Hold on. Like, baby, we need to talk. I saw some feet that look like yours. Chapter 4 is called Girl Fuck Your Ego. Now I need somebody. I think I have 8 or how many lessons come in a chapter? Bitch, I don't even know no more. Hold on. Listen, baby, we need to talk. Thought I saw your toes on the internet. All right, I need a number 1 through 8. 1 through 8. 1 through 8. Anybody? All right. Somebody said number 2. Okay. Hold on. I read that one before. Y'all ain't heard it. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna pick one. Hold on. Oh no, we might stay with number 2. Okay. No, I'm gonna do number 8. I'm gonna go ahead and with number 8. You ready? So if you have the book, turn to page 71. If you haven't got your book, listen, you can text the word. When you text GFU, I'm gonna send you information about getting the book. If you don't have the book, I'm gonna send you information about I have 3 questions I want you to answer because I'm trying to decide what other 2 cities we gonna start our core groups in. So I'm gonna do 4 groups. There's gonna be Dallas, Detroit, and I'm trying to think about the other 2 cities. So if you did text GFU, I am going to text as soon as I get off this live at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm gonna text you, bitch. You not sleep. You up looking at me, looking at you. Please, you not sleep. So I'm gonna text you and ask you some questions. And I'm also gonna have the link to the book. So if you don't feel like going on Amazon and look for it, just text GFU to that number and I'll send it to you. Okay. We're gonna close out with chapter 4, Girl Fuck Your Ego. This is lesson 8 on page 71, the final shift from ego to elevation. I know I never read this one to y'all before. There comes a moment in every woman's life when she has to decide, do I keep playing small or do I finally show the hell up? You've danced around your power long enough. You've edited yourself in rooms that couldn't handle your truth. You let ego keep you in survival when your soul was built for overflow. And the real gag is Ego was never trying to destroy you. She was trying to protect you. She just didn't know that you were not that scared little girl anymore. You don't have to shrink. You don't have to play dumb. You don't have to lower your voice so others can feel tall. This chapter of your life isn't about defense, it's about divine direction. It's about doing what your spirit's been begging you to do. Speak up, walk away, launch it, say no, and say yes. Ego says, don't risk it. Elevation says, this is the reward. So from here forward, you are not begging for permission. You're not waiting for applause. You are not shrinking for comfort. You're standing in your fullness on purpose, with power, and without apology, because you are no longer loyal to your lower self. And with that being said, I want to thank you, Facebook and YouTube, for watching me. We going now. This is gonna be up, but I'm gonna cut this other video up